The music case is really tricky because you've got a leaky ship is really what you need. You can't have an airtight environment where all content is secured because it creates too many barriers and obstacles for the user, like these DRM models that were being tried years ago. They were just too cumbersome. You can't even execute those DRM models on the #1 most important player in the industry, which is the iPod. I mean, the really interesting question is, what do you do about the iPod monopoly? That's the interesting question.
What is the answer? What do you do about the iPod monopoly?
It's tricky because if you look at every music distribution, every subscription service in the US, Rhapsody and Napster and a few others, they can't move content to the iPod. And that is 85% of the market. I mean, you look at where is Apple's real monopoly, it's not on the iPhone. People complain about the iPhone platform as a restricted platform. You can't get your apps approved. They're controlling everything. Well, that doesn't matter. That's 3% of the market. That's tiny. But the iPod is the dominant market player in music consumption. So if you want to operate a music service in the US and you can't directly port your music to the iPod, and you believe the thesis that people are paying for convenience and accessibility and not necessarily the underlying content, which is a big pill to swallow. But if you believe that thesis and you cannot move content to the iPod, you're screwed.